What the hell am I doing with my life? I've worked in video for almost a decade, but I've barely made anything I'm proud of. And on top of that, I'm turning 30 soon. So I figured, maybe it's time we mix things up a little. Hey, my name's Dan and I'm a filmmaker based in Perth. For the last 10 years, I've been working as a video producer in the industry. Well, 8 if you don't count film school, which no one does. In that time, I've done some pretty cool things. I've made short films, ads, worked for an Aussie Rules football team, corporate video gigs, branded content, all that sort of stuff. It seemed like I was following my dreams, but there was something nagging at me in the back of my mind. I realized I've never actually had the freedom to tell the stories I want to. 10 years ago when I set out on this journey, I had a big head full of ideas, but I never followed up on most of them. Without even noticing it, I fell into a comfortable routine of not pushing myself or those ideas. I started to wonder, am I even as creative as I thought I was? And I'm rapidly approaching 30, and those invisible expectations start to creep in. House, marriage, kids, 6-figure job, and suddenly, staying in a secure, safe, but soul-sucking job actually started to feel acceptable. I didn't notice it happening, but that belief was hardening in the background, quietly, as if this was life now. I knew I needed to change something, but I didn't even know what it was or even how to go about doing it. But it wasn't until an ordinary day, just like any other, where I was up to version 10 of a simple 30-second podcast clip that it hit me.
What am I doing with my life?
I was spending all my time making these videos that don't mean anything to anyone. But it wasn't until my longtime partner Anya, who I met back in film school, back when I had creative integrity, sort of. She always believed in my creative side, and she convinced me it was time to take a risk and start making videos for myself again. Hopefully, this was the right decision. And so, I came up with a plan. And by plan, I mean no plan. I handed in my resignation, tied up some loose ends, and then I got the hell out of there. So here I am, in the belly of the whale. I finally followed the dream. But unfortunately, no one's actually going to pay you to follow your dreams unless you marry Oprah or something. So that's when it hit me. If no one's going to pay me to chase my dream, then I need to monetize the dream itself. And the one thing I can offer is video. What if I take everything I know about filmmaking and use it to help other people tell their stories? And that's where the idea for Ironbark Video Productions was born. But here's the reality. I have no clients, no portfolio, no marketing budget, no idea how to price myself. I've always sucked at networking. I'm riddled with self-doubt, and I don't actually know how to run a business. But I'll figure all that out. Or die trying. So come along for the ride with me as I try to follow my dreams, build a business with no real idea what I'm doing, and find out whether the risk is the best decision of my life or a very creative way to go broke. Stay tuned for episode 2.